Aokigahara lies at the northwest base of Mount Fuji. To most tourists, the forest is just a place of beauty, moss-covered roots, ancient volcanic rock, and the cold wind moving through tightly packed trees. But beneath that silence, there is a darker truth. This forest is globally known as the Suicide Forest. For decades, hundreds of bodies have been discovered here. Some recently gone, some reduced to bones entwined in roots. Locals say the forest absorbs pain. Visitors describe an uncomfortable pressure in their chest the moment they step inside, as if something invisible recognizes them and watches them. Aokigahara's dark reputation did not start recently. Its history stretches back to ancient Japanese folklore. In the days of famine, villagers abandoned elderly family members inside deep forests to reduce resource usage, a practice known as ubasute. Aokigahara was one of these forests. People believe the abandoned old souls never left. In modern times, authors like Seicho Matsumoto fueled its infamy, describing it as the perfect place to die. After those publications, suicide numbers rose drastically. Police eventually stopped releasing official suicide statistics because the numbers were harming tourism. But locals still say, every year, people go there to disappear forever. Police and volunteers often search the forest. They sometimes find backpacks hung on branches, tents abandoned still zipped, notebooks with final messages, IDs placed neatly near roots. Rope and tape often stretches between trees, not for navigation, but to ensure the person finds the way back if they change their mind. Bright yellow warning signs at the entrances urge visitors to reconsider self-harm. Mental health support numbers are printed in Japanese. Yet still, year after year, cars arrive in parking lots whose owners never return. Some hikers report hearing screaming, but when they search around, the forest is empty. Others describe deep crying echoing from the east side of the forest, a region known for the highest number of recovered bodies. Dark silhouettes appear between trees, standing motionless, then fading as the hiker approaches. There are also claims of voices whispering in Japanese, even to visitors who don't know the language. Some say they feel pulled in wrong directions, as if the forest itself guides them deeper off trail. Aokigahara sits on hardened lava from Mount Fuji's ancient eruptions. This volcanic rock contains high iron content. Many claim this interferes with compasses, phones, and GPS. Devices glitch, freeze, or point wrong directions. Some hikers say their phone battery drains rapidly, even when fully charged. Scientific explanations exist, but paranormal believers say the forest does not want people to leave once they enter deep enough. Search teams often rely on old-school methods, tying tape to trees, because technology cannot be trusted here.
Searchers often find personal belongings before they find the person. Jackets folded neatly on stones, wallets placed on top of roots, shoes arranged side by side, as if someone deliberately prepared themselves for their final moment. Sometimes there are diaries. Some pages are ripped out. Some pages talk about regret, loss, heartbreak. No voices remain, only the things left behind. Detectives describe the forest like a graveyard without tombstones, the victim's identity preserved only through the items they carried with them. Sometimes the loved ones come to look for the missing. They move slowly between trees with flashlights, calling out names, hoping for an answer. The forest absorbs sound. Voices don't travel far here. It's like screaming underwater. Some family members tie colored ribbons on branches to trace their route, praying they will find a clue or find the person alive. Sometimes they find an untouched backpack. Sometimes they find only bones, and that moment breaks something inside them forever. Visitors claim the forest becomes unnaturally quiet. No birds, no insects, no natural forest soundtrack. Survivors who attempted suicide but later escaped claim they heard footsteps behind them, even when they were sitting alone. Some described the sound of someone running past them, but seeing nothing. Others say branches snap and leaves move with no wind present. One Japanese hiker said the silence was so unnatural it felt like the forest was holding its breath, waiting for something. Some bodies are found dressed fully in white, the traditional Japanese color of death. In Buddhist funerals, corpses are wrapped in white cloth before burial. But these people dressed themselves in it before entering the forest, meaning they already accepted death. Search teams have reported seeing white fabric blowing in branches far deeper in the forest, leading them to remains. The final acceptance of the victims is visible not in their faces, but in the way they prepare for death. Many locals believe that the spirits of those who die here remain trapped, confused, angry, searching for what they lost. Japanese folklore calls them yurei, restless souls. These spirits are said to lure new visitors deeper into the forest, especially those already depressed or hopeless. Some hikers reported suddenly feeling overwhelming sadness for no reason, as if someone else's emotions took over their mind, like the dead, whispering directly into the living. Deep inside the forest, there are many abandoned tents. Some are only days old. Others have been slowly eaten by moss. Inside, you might find a half-open bag of snacks, water bottles still full, a notebook with unfinished sentences. It's as if the person stepped outside for one last walk and never came back. Volunteers say these campsites are the most disturbing part because each one belonged to someone who stood at the edge of life and death and chose death. Not all searchers are police. Some are volunteers, retired military, teachers, normal citizens. They walk with sticks, ropes, gloves, and surgical masks. They do not run. They move slowly. They search for signs, fresh branches broken, recently flattened grass, or a piece of cloth caught in bark. They are used to death, yet every new discovery still hits them hard. They say the forest is like a book of tragedies, and every tree is a page where grief is carved into the roots. Many describe Aokigahara as a place where time feels distorted. Some say a 1-hour walk feels like 5 minutes. Others say they walked straight for 20 minutes, but returned unknowingly to the same starting point.
The forest is like a maze of identical trees. The deeper you go, the more the outside world feels unreal. The forest becomes everything. There are no landmarks, no sun direction, just endless green-black trees. Some visitors say they forget why they came, until it's too late. Aokigahara is not just a random place. It is the endpoint of many lives affected by Japan's hidden mental health crisis. Japan has one of the highest suicide rates in developed countries. Pressure from school, work, society, shame, debt, all these burdens suffocate thousands every year. Some people drive hours from Tokyo just to end their story here, among these trees. Aokigahara is not a supernatural magnet. It is a mirror reflecting human pain. The paranormal is only the shadow of real human suffering. The tragedy is not just in the act, but in the loneliness behind it. Every person who enters Aokigahara with the intention to end their life carries a story. Many feel that society judged them too harshly, but the forest does not judge. It does not mock. It does not ask why. It only receives. And that is what makes it so dangerous, because someone feeling empty might find peace in the silence here, a silence that replaces every fear with nothingness. Some hikers report hearing footsteps pacing behind them, slow, heavy, like someone carrying weight. When they stop, the footsteps stop. When they move, the footsteps continue. One man said he heard someone breathing right behind his neck, yet he was alone. It is as if the forest mimics the presence of another human, but never reveals who. Sometimes the human mind invents company under fear, but sometimes the forest itself provides it. There are stories of branches bending as if someone walked past, leaves brushing against legs with no wind. Visitors captured video of bushes shaking, even though the air was completely still. Paranormal researchers believe the forest has pockets of trapped spiritual energy, like static collecting over decades. Natural or supernatural, one thing is constant. Movement happens, even when nothing is there. Those who decide to die here usually choose deep locations, far from any trail. That last walk is slow, heavy, quiet. People often report that the final area feels colder, even in summer. The forest canopy blocks sunlight almost completely. The world becomes darker, narrower, like a tunnel. Then they sit beneath a tree, near roots older than entire cities, and the forest accepts them quietly. They become one more silent memory among thousands. Locals believe the souls of the dead remain in the same place they died. They wander among the trees, confused or angry. Some mediums claim the forest is filled with yurei, spirits that cannot leave because their death was unnatural and sudden. Even strangers have reported seeing pale faces between branches, only for them to vanish instantly. Whether imagination or reality, the psychological effect is undeniable. Aokigahara is not simply haunted by spirits, it is haunted by human pain. Every tragic decision, every tear, every broken moment from thousands of people is absorbed into this land like ink into paper. The forest is silent because it has heard enough suffering to last centuries, and that silence is the loudest scream of all. The horror of Aokigahara is not the ghosts, it is the truth that thousands of real people walked into the forest and never walked back out. This forest does not kill, it simply waits. Human despair, human silence, human fear grew into a legend darker than any ghost story. Because the scariest thing about Aokigahara is that it is real. And every year, new footsteps enter the trees. But not all footsteps return.